Let's go live to our reporter Michael Bridge, who was at that news conference. Afternoon to you, Michael. So we heard there from Heung-min Son at length. Clearly this is an issue which matters a lot to him. Did Ange Postecoglou echo his captain's concerns?
Yeah, it wasn't Son excellent there. It's so refreshing to hear a player, not just the captain, come out so passionately and talk about it. And yes, Ange Postecoglou echoes his players' concern. Came from, obviously it's come from the Rodri's comments and Alisson's comments the other week, but it was mentioned in Tottenham Hotspur fan forum about player welfare and concerns and matches going forward ahead of the season. We've heard all about the Champions League format, haven't we, David? But the Europa League is just the same. There's going to be a lot of travelling, and for Son in particular, who represents and proudly represents South Korea as well. So on this topic, here's what Ange Postecoglou had to say to me in the last hour.
Well, not specifically to this competition, but I've spoken already about the fact that I think we're getting to a real sort of dangerous level of what our expectations are around players, and instead of sort of focusing on one or two tournaments, it's about the calendar. That's more of an issue. Players don't get a break between seasons anymore that they used to. There's more tournaments, both at international and at club level, at continental level. So, like I said, it's going to get to a point where, we're not going to have the best players out there playing, and more, probably even worse, is, them breaking down for various reasons. So it's definitely something that needs to be addressed.
On that, Ange, you said last night that players will take matters into their own hands if things don't change. I mean, what does that look like? Is that a strike?
I said players may take that. I didn't say they will. I said they may take matters into their own hands, and it's about us. I guess they're the ones most affected, to be honest. So you'd understand if they start as a collective thinking about, well, how much of this are we going to sort of continually not have a say in. And it's like anything else in life, I guess. If you're affected, and it is the players that are affected, we have a responsibility as clubs, as managers as well, to make sure that we protect our players from that as well. So it's the reason we have squads. So we've got to be mindful of, we can't on the one hand sort of bemoan the fact that we have so many games, but we want to be in all competitions, and at the same time we don't use our squads, because I think we end up being complicit in that.
Now, Michael, Son also spoke about his relationship with one of his teammates, the Uruguay international Rodrigo Bentancur. What can you tell us about what he had to say there?
Yes, David, just for those who aren't aware, this came from an interview Bentancur gave to Uruguayan television during Tottenham's pre-season tour, and he made a racial slur, which has since seen him charged by the Football Association. Of course, it was towards Son, and we're waiting to hear what punishment Bentancur faces. But when asked about it and the charge, and Bentancur in general and how he feels about it, this is what Son had to say.
At the moment, from FA, the process, that's why I can't say much about it. But I love Rodrigo a bit. I love him. I love him. We had a lot of good memories. We started play together when he joined, and he knew he apologized straight afterwards. When we had a holiday. I was at home, and I didn't even realize that was what's going on. And he just sent me a long text that you could feel that it was coming from his heart, And afterwards, then when he came back to the training ground for the preseason, and he just felt really sorry, and he almost cried when he said apologized in a public, also personal as well. So, but he felt like he was. Feel really sorry. We are all human, makes a mistake, which is we learn from it. But I love Rodrigo a bit, and I love him, and he made a mistake, but I have no problem at all. So we move on as a teammate, as a friend, and as a brother. We move on together, and I hope. Just have to wait what I face as a process, but can't say much. What I can say, one thing is that I love Rodrigo, so there's nothing more to say.
Now, Son has entered the last year of his contract, Michael, and he did speak about his future today. Have there been any talks between himself and Tottenham about extending his stay?
No direct talks as of yet, but this is a player this football club love. You only just have to listen to him there, David, the way he handled himself there in a very difficult situation. They love this player on and off the pitch, and I can see him being an ambassador at this football club for a very, very long time. But he's got plenty of work to do on the pitch, and Spurs would obviously love to keep him. So this is what he had to say about his contract situation.
Yeah, we haven't talked anything yet, so I think I say in fan forum, it was very clear for me. It's just like I'm very focused for this season. At this age, is every second is like a goal, you know. So for especially this season, we are in a lot of competition. Feels like I'm taking even more care about this, and just I say, I think I'm just fully focused on this situation, and this year just want to win something that everybody in this club and these players and all around that deserves, and that's what I'm working for. And in the end, future, you never know what's gonna happen, but yeah, I will make sure that I give everything for this club, because it's been almost 10 years that I give everything. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So I still have a contract with the club, which is mainly very important thing, and then just want to give everything what I have until my contract.
Yeah, Son was absolutely fantastic his press conference today, and Ange Postecoglou as sharp as ever, listening to every word from every single reporter, every single word, trust me.
You all right, Ange?
I'm good, bud.
How are we looking, team news?
We're looking...
not me.
No, we're looking at good. Okay, so nothing sort of from the weekend in terms of injuries. Everyone sort of pulled up really well.
And for those wondering, I support Enfield Town. David, back to you.
You're fooling no one. Thank you, Michael. By the way, Tottenham next up head to Old Trafford. They take on Manchester United on Super Sunday. These two teams squished in mid-table. They've had very, very similar starts. 5 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats, both on 7 points. It's a 4 p.m. start to our coverage on Sky Sports Premier League.